Hi, I'm Welly. I'm a registered nutritional therapist, a life and health coach. Today, I'm partnering with UK Savings Week to bring you 5 tips that will help you stay healthy on budget. Being healthy doesn't have to be expensive. If anything, the things that make us feel healthy, feel good, and optimize and increase our well-being are free or fairly accessible. Moving our bodies, eating well, getting some rest, having good quality sleep, making sure we're looking after ourselves, and so on. But today we're gonna get a little bit more specifics. Here are the 5 tips. All right, the first tip is to buy food in bulk. And that is for anything that comes in a can, any dry food, your nuts, your seeds, all of these. I use them a lot. What this does is in the long run, you're going to save money, and a lot of these websites have very competitive prices and they will deliver to you for free. Some of my favorite ones are Whole Food Herb. Buy Whole Foods online is great as well. Forest Whole Foods. I use these a lot, but there's so many online. Just have a little browse and see the ones that you prefer. They all sell different things, but mostly they all offer healthy foods and snacks at competitive prices. All right, tip number 2, prep. I love a prep. Right, what does that mean, prep? Write down some of the meals you want to have this week. And if you're out of inspiration, there's so much online, have a quick scroll through social media, save your favorite meals, and write down those meals and buy the ingredients. Now, what I like to do every single week, me personally, I like to have 2 sources of protein, whether it's beans or chicken or whatever it is. 2 sources of protein, I like having that. A source of grain, some root vegetables, a lot of healthy fats, so your tahini, your avocado, your olive oil, your canned sardines, and I will also have a lot of veggies because as we know, veggies are power foods, they're superfoods, and they're rich in fiber and our gut needs that. So that's how I do my preparation. That way, I make sure that I'm buying foods that I'm excited to eat, that I look forward to, because there's something. If you buy food, you go to the supermarket and you just buy loads of random things, you're not quite sure what you're gonna eat or how you're gonna make it, you're very likely to step out again to buy something you forget and then end up spending more, or you end up not liking what you bought, right? So very important, buy foods that you're fancy, that you're excited to eat, that you're looking forward to. Number 3 is batch cook. Batch cook and prepare your meals, especially your lunches, ahead of time. And you can do this 3 days ahead of time. Now, batch cooking doesn't have to be a big thing where you're cooking big meals. It's essentially having ingredients ready. What that does to you is save time. It saves money, because when we buy food outside at lunch, it does end up at the end of the week and at the end of the month. And also you have a better control over what you put in your body. I personally like having some protein always cooked. Or if I don't have any protein cooked in the fridge, I'll have my canned lentils, my canned beans. I like to have some starches, either cooked quinoa or cooked rice in the fridge ready to go. I always have some healthy fats somewhere to add on to my meals. And I love also prepping vegetables. So I'll roast some vegetables twice in the week. I'll roast any mixed vegetables, whatever is in season. I'll do it once in the week and once in the weekend. That way it's very easy to mix, right, and to create those lovely meals. I find it's better to have those foods ready on their own rather than full meals ready, because you can get bored of a meal at the end of the week. After you had it a couple of times, you might be like, oh, I don't want that, and you end up getting a takeaway or buying outside. So I recommend having those foods prepped, ready to go as ingredients, and you have more freedom to get creative in the kitchen, to add a little something to change the flavor. At the moment, my favorite one that I always have is lentils. It's a lovely lentil mix. I just saute some garlic, add in some chopped carrots, loads of fresh herbs, 2 kinds of lentils, any kind of lentils you want, and I mix it, and then at the end, I add also a handful of spinach or kale. It's so good, it's so tasty. You can have it for breakfast on toast. easy. You can mix it with some salad or in a bowl with rice for lunch. And dinner, you could actually blitz in, add some broth and make it into a gorgeous soup. So it really is about creating those versatile meals with ingredients that are ready to go. So batch, cook, and save loads of money and time. The fourth one, invest in a broad spectrum multivitamin. Now, you don't have to, but if you're keen on supplementing, I would say instead of investing in standalone supplements, nutrients or minerals, buy just one good quality one that will support you. One thing to really note, and that's very important, is a lot of minerals and vitamins work in synergy. They work better together. So unless you're working with a health practitioner, a nutritionist, and you have to work with a specific nutrients, that's okay. But if you just want to support your immune system before the colder month, I would say just invest in a very, very good quality broad spectrum multivitamin. Number 5 is to support your gut with a varied diet. Now, what does that mean? You want to eat a diversity of food, especially plant foods, a diversity of vegetables, of fruits, of legumes. And when I say diversity, I'm talking in color, in shapes. If you're anything like me, and I'm definitely guilty of these, I tend to go on autopilot and just buy the same thing every week. And then I'm like, wait, hang on a minute. I know better. Now, eating a diversity of foods and fermented food as well will support your gut microbiome. What it does, it feeds the beneficial bacteria, the good guys, and it helps them literally fight off the bad guys, the pathogenic bacteria, and that's exactly what we want. And so many studies in the past 10, 20 years have shown the importance of our gut health and how it impacts the rest of our health. And with 70% of our immune system in our gut, we must prioritize our gut health and make sure we're having a balanced diet and eating a wide variety of food. Colors matter, shapes, and one thing I like to do, I do this little challenge with myself is, okay, I'll really from a week to another try to buy completely different foods, completely different, just to make sure I'm really rotating. If not, it's really easy to stay on autopilot. So make sure when you go out shopping, you don't buy the exact same thing you bought last week. All right, I know we said 5, but I have a last one that's just as important as the others, is move your body as often as possible. It is so important, so important for physical, but also for mental health. And you don't have to go to a gym and have an expensive membership. You can walk, you can run, you can dance, yes, groove it up, right? And there are so many free classes online on YouTube. Hello, you have mine, right? You have loads of Pilates and anything you want online. So just make sure you're consistent, you're moving your body regularly. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed these tips. I hope you're gonna apply them. Thank you so much. This was Welly and UK Savings Week, and I'll see you soon.